This time of year, a lot of people are thinking about moving if it's a possibility for them, and they're thinking about, is it worth planting a garden if there's a chance that my plans might change and I might not even get my harvest in? Well, that's a question more about uncertainty than it really is about vegetables. Well, I decided to go ahead and film this video. Instead of in my nice warm office, I decided I would stand in an unheated shed. I was going to go outside, but it's raining right now, and it's about 36 degrees, right on that brink of snow rain. So here I am. I wanted to do this outside just to feel like it fits better. I wanted to talk about, people who are considering that. I've been in that spot before myself. I'm like, well, we might be moving. I'm not sure. Do I plant fruit trees, if we're only going to be here a couple of years? Do I plant my garden if I don't even know if we're going to be here in the fall to harvest it? But I think one important thing to remember is that a garden isn't just about getting food. I don't think it is. It isn't for me, and I don't think it is for most people. Most people, garden is about learning lessons. It's about being stewards. We take care of the plants, we grow them, we don't own them. In the end, they're gone. Just like us. And so I think that some of the things that a garden teaches us with, the soil, the timing, the patience, the different, tricks and tips we learn along the way, what does work, what doesn't work. I think those can be more important than the harvest at times. That's why I always advise, go ahead, plant the garden, and sometimes you plant and you're not going to be the one benefiting from it, and leaving a garden behind, it can be an act of stewardship instead of a loss. I mean, you may have a family comes in there that doesn't know anything about what to plant, and here they come into a full garden and they're able to harvest some good wholesome food, and they're able to feed themselves. That's a great thing to leave. That's a great legacy, and it's also important to go ahead and start that garden because it's going to build confidence and for you for whatever comes next. You'll learn something, absolutely, whether it's your first garden or your 50th garden like mine. Um, and waiting to be certain about where you're going to be, it usually delays growth more than it protects you. So I just really encourage you, if you're thinking about that, you know, and growth doesn't disappear because plans change. Sometimes blooming where you're planted means trusting that what you start now carries you forward, and it's about leaving a legacy. You plant fruit trees knowing you're only going to be at your house for a couple years. You may not ever see any fruit, but someone will. And to me, that's all about leaving your legacy. It's to the children, the grandchildren, not only your children, your grandchildren, but other people's. So to me, it's important to go ahead and plant the garden. There's a lot more to it than just harvesting. There's a lot of learning. There's a lot of satisfaction that comes from it, and there can be a lot of satisfaction from knowing that you are passing that down to the next person. So I encourage you to go ahead and get out there and do some planning as soon as it's time. We're all waiting patiently, but I'm recording this at the middle of February, so we're all waiting patiently for spring to arrive. I just wanted to say, God bless you if you're watching this, and I hope you have a great season wherever you're at in your life, and I'm always here to help. All right, take care.